Hi, this is Linda Willow Roberts from on the Spiritual Events Directory, and I'm just going to get set up. We're going to be doing the Magical Manifesting Show. So we're going to talk about manifesting. So I'll just get organised so that I can see any comments. So it won't be a moment, and I'll just wait to everybody to jump on. Let's have a look. Here I go. I want to turn me right down, and there. I can see any comments of anybody that comes. So we're talking about, so this is the Magical Manifesting Show. I'm Linda Willow Roberts. I have a Facebook page called I'm a Manifestor, Linda Willow Roberts. I have my own oracle cards that have been published that are called I am a Manifestor Magical Oracle Cards. And I also have my latest book here with me that we'll be talking about, which is called 7/8 of Me, A Tale of a Spiritual Adventurer. So hey everybody. So I want to talk about manifesting. So I'm going to be doing this every Wednesday for 12 weeks. So we're going to start at the very beginning to manifest with. And we're going to talk about what we're going to manifest for this week and what I want you to work on, and then we'll pull some cards and we'll talk to people. But just give me like 20 minutes to talk about manifesting. It won't probably take me that long. So what it is, I am. Okay, so I'm Linda Willow Roberts. I live in Tasmania. I travel the world. I go to sacred sites. I'm an international speaker. I've just finished doing some articles and columns for Holistic Bliss magazine. I just went to Portland, Oregon to do a book signing of my book at Hay House Live. I am a Balboa Press author. I'm a psychic. I'm a clairvoyant. I have been for about practicing my gifts for about 30, 35 years. I don't know, the older I get, I have to suppose extend that. I'm a certified medium. I'm a certified angel intuitive, and regardless of whether Doreen has left our faith or not, I am still a certified angel intuitive. I'm a theta healer and a Reiki master. And the reason that I got into manifesting was because I wanted to change my own life. I wanted to have a different life. So the first half of my life was probably shit. I had a lot of lessons to learn. I had a daughter. I was a single mum for a long time. I had 3 jobs, all of those sorts of things. So, you know, my life was shit, and I wanted to have a better life. And I wanted to have a better life for my daughter. And probably because of my faith in spiritual life, I wanted to make sure the next time I come around to having a life on earth, if that's what's going to happen for me, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't repeating the same mistakes and the same life that I'd already learnt the lessons and moved through. So really, that's what I want. And then when I decided that I was going to have a better life for myself and my daughter, I started to see the change, and I did the internal work, and we'll talk about that. I'm not some person that's not done the work myself. These are not empty words. So this is what I did. So then I thought, well, if I can do it, then other people can do it. And I just gave up doing readings a long time ago, but I do like pulling cards in lives on Facebook and helping people out. But I gave up readings a long time ago because I wanted to actually start to help people get the way of life that they wanted for their highest good. So there's a big difference. I'm in Tasmania too, woohoo! So this is where I am. So I wanted first to tell you a little bit about myself, where I am, why I'm doing what I'm doing. You know, I am the best damn manifestor that I know. Truly I am. But the funny thing is, I used to manifest for everybody else, and I used to help them manifest. And then I realised when I started working on myself that I can manifest for myself. So that's where I'm wanting to bring you in, so that you're actually starting to manifest for yourself as well. Now, it's corny and you're going to go, oh my God, I've heard this 1,000 times before. But the beginning to manifesting and the beginning to spiritual development and anything in your life is self-love. You have to do the work. You have to respect yourself, look after yourself. You have to actually do those things. You need to respect and have boundaries and respect yourself. You have to look after yourself, and it's all of those things. So this is my book, 7/8 of Me, A Tale of a Spiritual Adventurer. The first, this is moving on, the first, I'm not just saying that to you, the first one is self-love. And that is what I've got in the book. I've done workshops. I have taught workshops. I've helped people. I'm a spiritual teacher. So the more, but the thing is, the more work that you do on yourself, the better the rewards. So I can lead a horse to water, but I can't make you drink. So these are some of the things that I want you to think about between this week and next week. If you want to keep joining me every Wednesday and us work through these processes that I found that work for me, this is what we need to talk about. The starting point of spiritual development and manifesting. You need to feel you are worthy. So just that in itself, like I used to help so many other people and care for so many other people, but I didn't feel really like that I was worthy. I didn't feel like that, anything special or anything out of the ordinary could happen to me, even though Spirit were trying to nudge me and the slaps were getting harder. So that's the first thing, so is being worthy. So we're going to talk about self-love and manifesting for a little while, and then I'm going to use my I'm a Manifestor Magical Oracle Cards and pull a couple of cards for you. So I'll let you know when you need to put your name and want a card ready. So you need to balance the giving and the receiving. Now that's part of being worthy. That's part of, honouring yourself. The giving and the receiving needs to be balanced. You need to start asking questions. How does this make me feel? In any situation that you're in, how does it make you feel? Now, that's going to be a good indicator, because if it doesn't make you feel good, why are you doing it? We've got to come out of the victim stage and out of the blame stage, and we've got to start honouring ourselves and our self-analysis needs to be really on point. We need to really look at the whys and hows. So you need to balance the giving and the receiving. So that's really important. You need to take care of yourself as much as you care for your loved ones. So the excuses need to stop, that you tell yourself that if I don't do this, no one else will. I know that life gets in the way, family and work and jobs and all of those things get in the way. Hi, Laurie. But you have to actually start loving yourself as much as you love other people. It's really important. Set good boundaries. Like boundaries, there's a bit of a misconception around boundaries. It's not like you're judging people. Your boundaries are to find out what fits and what suits with you. Spirit will take care of everything else. So if you call in Spirit and you ask Spirit to help you with self-love 24/7, they will be there. And whatever changes and respect and boundaries and balancing that you do, Spirit will mirror that. You will become a magical magnet that will bring more of those experiences in. And that's the important thing, is for you to start being a reflection of what you want to bring in. It's really important. It will make the world of difference. This is a holistic practice, mind, body and soul, okay? So it's not just, it's got to be balanced. So rest your mind. Okay, when we get into a stage when we can't stop thinking and everything's going on in our head and we're worrying about what we're doing later, we're worrying about the kids, we don't get a chance to have a break. We don't get a chance to have a breather. So the easiest way to rest your mind and remember, wherever you're thinking that's where your energy is going. So whatever your attention's on, that's where your energy is going. So you're getting depleted. You need to keep the energy for you. So close your eyes, breathe in through your nose, into your heart, out through your mouth. Consciously breathing in through your nose, Trying to get it down into your heart space and out through your mouth. You can do 3 or 4 of those and that will still your mind. There's nothing in your mind while you're thinking about breathing in into your heart space, giving you oxygen, giving you your energy back to you. So that's how you do it. That's how you bring the energy back to you and rest your mind. Okay, remove toxins. Now remember, it's holistic, so it's mind, body and soul. So removing toxins, now winter's coming and so I've been having some comfort food and I'm sluggish. I can feel it, okay? I won't deny it. This is probably the biggest weight that I've ever been. But I don't think about the weight side of things. I think about sluggish. I'm much better on liquids and raw food and gluten-free and all of those things. But, that's something that I've got to work with every day. Okay, remove toxins. So we're talking about, hi Cynthia, we're talking about removing toxic people, toxic situations. We're talking about the patterns. We're talking about the food and things that we're putting into our body, what we're hearing, our mind, body and soul. So hi Anne-Marie, we're thinking about all of the toxins that we need to clear because we're starting to look after ourselves. And like I said, ask in any situation, how does this make me feel? Now bring joy and happiness into your life. Stop gossiping and speaking negatively. So when we're around toxins and toxic people and they're gossiping and they're speaking negatively, it's just draining our energy. If we're talking about someone, that's where the energy is going. That is where you are putting your energy. Have you ever noticed at a workplace, like somebody might be getting gossiped about and they seem to be moving forward in their workplace, in their life? That's because everybody's giving them energy and giving them their power. You're giving it away. Still your mind, bring the energy back to you and don't engage in gossip. Doesn't mean that you don't have to be friends with those people. You just need to say, I'm sorry, I just need to clear my head. I'm just not coping with negativity at this point in time. There's ways around doing it. Okay, you've got to clear it. So remember, we've got to say what it is we want, not what we don't want to manifest. And it's mind, body, and soul. Okay, so we're talking about what we're wanting to come in. So we're mirroring. I'm trying to make you into some magical magnets to reflect and bring back what it is that you want for your highest good. It's not the person, place, or thing. It's the feelings that you want. So we need to start tweaking our thoughts, our actions, what we do, how we look at ourselves, how we feel about ourselves. And do what makes your heart sing. So it's really important. I know I'm saying really important a lot, but if you want to love life, then you need to do things that you love. You need to find those passions, the things that you love, the hobbies that you like doing. We talk about life purpose and what we're here on earth to do, and it just gives you energy. It just lights your eyes. Your soul loves it. Anne-Marie said, this is the message I need. Thank you. That's great. There'll be something that'll trigger you, that you'll resonate with, that you'll work on. So this is what I want you to do for this week. I want you to start writing down in any situation, how does this make me feel? And I want you to be honest. And I don't want you to put, this person made me do this or this person did that. I want you to say, how does this make me feel? I want you to look at how you feel in any given situation. I then want you to write some affirmations about what it is that you want to feel. So we're not talking about people, places, or things. We're talking about your feelings, how you feel. And if it gets a little bit overwhelming, I want you to do that breathing exercise, and I want you to bring your energy back to you, and I want to steal your mind. Steal your mind. I want your mind to be still. I just didn't want to steal it, as in S-T-E-A-L. So just, yeah, Patricia said it, stop blaming, yes. So we're not talking about other people. We're talking about how we feel, and we're talking about what it is we want to feel. So if you want to feel peace, then you have to be peace. If you want to feel freedom, then you need to do things that free you up. So we're starting to think about, I want you to start thinking about what's going on in your life. And we need to start finding what we love to do. And 99.9% of the time, the things that we were passionate about, we did when we were kids. Then life comes in, and we do all of this life stuff and busy and kids and doing stuff for everybody else. And then we're feeling like we're not ourselves. Who are we? Our identity's gone. But if you start doing the things that you love to do again, even if it's for small blocks, you know, whether it's painting, writing, walking in nature, photography, sewing, singing, dancing, do you know, it's an effort that you're putting in. So you've asked Spirit to come in and help you, then you're making an action statement towards the feeling that you want to have. And we talk about raising our vibration when we start using self-love in our lives. We actually do raise our vibration. So if you think of us all as energy, and the universe is mirroring and sending, and our energy is rippling out, then that's what's coming back into us. It was really tough to think about self-love and how I felt and conditioning. But as we go through each week, we'll talk about releasing and forgiving and gratitude, and we will get to manifesting, you know. But first we're going to take off a couple of layers. We need to remove some heavy stuff and remove and make room for new things. And said, if other people are feeling and talking negatively about me, will it drain my energy as well? No, because they're giving you energy. You just say thank you, basically, because they're concentrating. They're sending you energy. So regardless of what, so I'm from white light, right? So we're looking at spirit coming in, white light, God, the angels, the source, white light, whatever words you use. So this is who we're starting to work with 24/7 to start to manifesting, and we're starting with self-love and having boundaries and those sorts of things. So I only ever deal with white light. So if anybody is negative about me, they're giving me their energy. And what comes towards me, the universe spirit turns into white light. They transmute it. So anything that I get up of a morning and I do my protection rituals, I do put myself in a glass box, front, back, side, top, bottom, open to spirit. I bring my energy right back to me if I'm going out and about. Because I'm an empath and intuitive, I don't want to be up in everybody's business, and I certainly don't want my energy out in theirs. So I make sure that I do that every day. So that's part of me loving myself and having boundaries. So that's something that you can think about doing as well. I'm not fearful. I never am fearful. I know I'm always looked after because I've been lucky. Spirit have clarified and verified and validated every time that they've helped me. I've asked for signs. I'm a Leo. I'm a bit like a man. Sorry if there's any men there. But I'm a bit like a man. I can't do hints. I need big signs. So I've asked Spirit, if you're going to show me a sign, make sure it's a big one because I want to bloody see it. I don't want to miss it. Patricia said, why do I take 2 steps forward and 10 steps back? Because the foundation that you've built, Patricia, isn't on solid ground. You haven't done the process. You haven't done enough work. You know, when we're getting into the releasing part, I'll talk to you about releasing. I wrote 57,000 words, and it's not this book that I've written. It ended up being a releasing book. But it took me to write and release, and I'll give you in a couple of weeks that process. I'll tell you how to do it, what to say, what order to put it in. And when we're not moving forward and we're finding that we're stumbling, it's generally because we've got more work to do. So we were talking about people's energy. So when they're talking about you or they're negative towards you, let them. How I feel is up to me. My relationship with myself is up to me. This is the first time in my life that I have loved me. This is the best version of me. There are still things that I'm working on. I mightn't be everybody's cup of tea, but I don't really give a shit because I'm happy with me. You've got me here talking to you now and I'm raw. Like, you can't get me any more authentic than that. This is me raw. Jose, just what would you do if someone keeps telling you you don't love yourself and never have, and it's the same person tells your friends that you're not a good person? Would you confront them? No, none of your business. Go, okay, I'll take that on board. Go away. This is what I'm saying to you, self-analysis. If something's happening in your life externally, it's mirroring something internal. It's in us. The first time that something happens, I might react like human, you know, the ego gets in it and I might react, but then when I really connect back, I go, where was that in me? Is that something that I need to work on? Is it something I need to release? Is it a pattern that's coming back? If the same pattern is happening over and over and over again, then it's something that you need to learn and release. Patricia said, this is what I'm working on too. Thank you. You're very welcome. Like, it's bloody hard, and it's hard to know what to work on, when to work on it. But if you bring it back to you all the time, where is that in me? What do I need to change? Why is it affecting me? We're talking about self-love now. We're talking about how we can build the self-love and the foundation solid so we're not getting 1 step forward and 10 back, Patricia. See, this is what we're working on. I want you to have the best life for your highest good. Now, when I say highest good, I'm talking about giving it over to spirit. Spirit can see all, they know exactly what's going on. Sometimes I've thought I need this person, this house, this place, and it's happened, and then shit's happened, and it was not good. And I thought, I don't understand. Because I tried, well, I figured out I can't turn shit into strawberry jam. And I tried to a lot in my life, okay? So I asked then Spirit for this or something better. And then I went, no, for my highest good. Spirit, I want you to bring in the things that are for my highest good. 24/7. Regarding everything. So that means that I've got to give up thinking that I know what's right for me. I've got to give up that picture that I think is there. I have got to trust Spirit for my highest good. And that's really daunting, and that comes back to control, and that's self-love. Because sometimes when we can't control other people, other situations, we control the shit out of what we can control. And that's not giving Spirit enough movement to move around and try and get us to where we need to. So I know that the trust part and the control is really hard to give over to spirit, but I live in synchronicity. I see the magic in the ordinary every day because I stay present. So this week, I want you to start looking at, how does this situation make me feel? Just the feeling. I want the feeling. Then I want you to change it and say, I feel, and exactly what you want to feel. So if this situation is making you feel stressful, I want you to put, I am peaceful. And see where your part in that situation is. So don't look at the people and what they're doing. I want you to look at it and think, what is my part in that? You know, self-analysis is just the most important thing. Laurie said, I love synchronicity. Laurie, it has been amazing, some of the things I've seen. This is the book that I was reading out of, 7/8 of Me, A Tale of a Spiritual Adventurer. And I write down, have written the stories and things that I've seen. Let me see. Susan just said, explain to me, please. We've split the high divine. What is my own higher self? Your own higher self, well, mind, body and soul, you're one. So that your higher self is spirit. Do you know, I don't talk about religion and I don't talk about politics on these live feeds, but my belief is that God is in everyone. God is everywhere. There's not one person. So I believe that God, we talk about God consciousness. Okay, so the God consciousness is unconditional love. I don't believe it's higher. I don't believe that it's higher than you. I believe it's in you. We have our chakras. And of course, they don't just stop at our crown chakras anymore. So that connection could be your higher self. But I believe your God consciousness is within. And spirit is there for, we're attached to source, white light, God, whatever the word that you want to do. And I'm not, and I have in here, I have, I've been to, I'm not a Catholic, I've been to the Vatican, I've been to Delphi, I've been to Egypt, I've been to Greece, I've been to all different religions. I've got Buddhas in here. And so I don't think of one single religion. I think that it's all combined. And in my world, and we'll call it my world, that's where I think that it is. So let's get back to manifesting. So I want you to start thinking about how you, not somebody else, how you are part of a situation. You know, I was married for a long, well, no, I wasn't married for a long time. I was with my daughter's father for a very long time, and it was a very volatile relationship, and I didn't leave it. And I was in it for such a long time, and it was quite an abusive one. And I think when I started releasing and I'm going through the process, we will go through processes about conditioning and releasing conditioning and what we were brought up to think. Now, I'm 53 and my mum and dad were together for over 50 years and before they passed. And I really felt like that you made it work regardless of what situation. That era made it work, but that conditioning is no place in the year 2000s. And we will work on that. But this week we'll be working on self-love, and I want to take you through step by step the processes, and I want you to look at, how does this situation make me feel? Even if you're watching TV, any situation that you're doing, not just if it's a bad situation, if it's a good situation. I want you to start writing down, jot down in a journal, okay, if you're watching telly, how's this make me feel? If you're driving along, how's this make me feel? I want you to start thinking about how things make you feel. Then when you've got time, you can put your affirmation in, I feel peaceful. I'm relaxed. And if I'm watching telly, I'm relaxed. But sometimes I feel a little bit lazy. So I need to work on that, because I'm not lazy. But I do need to rest sometimes. And I need to change my thinking from being lazy till it's okay, I deserve having a rest. I needed that. So not just the negative things I want you to look at and ask yourself, how does this make me feel? All sorts of different things. And I want you to start discovering those thought processes that you've either been conditioned to and brought up with, or it's a learned behaviour from you, or you've just started doing it because of the self-doubt. Okay, so that's where I want you to start thinking about. That's what I want you to start thinking about. That's what I want you to start working on and thinking. So I'm hoping that along this 12-week period, every week that we start looking at how it's working, how you're manifesting. I want you to have the best life for you, for your highest good. You know, so I did a vision workshop last week, and let it be organic. Let it be, it just comes up. So you ask Spirit, please show me what I need to see. By partnering with Spirit, I've asked them to be shown what is seen and what is unseen by me, so that they can help me move through. And I've even apologised to myself when we get to the forgiveness part of it. I've forgiven myself for letting things happen. So we will go through the program, okay? So this week it's self-love. That's what I want you to do. Then we'll go into releasing and forgiving, gratitude, manifesting, letting go, and other things that we'll talk about. And we'll just work with one another, and I'll ask questions as we go. You ask questions, you know, but I want you to discover how you feel in any situation. It's not about anybody else, because I'm helping you manifest for your highest good. So we're doing this for you. The more you work on it, the more that you will empty out. Do you know, I went to Egypt, and in 2016, was that long ago? And I really love how they depict the afterlife. So they weigh your heart against a feather. So your heart at the end of your life needs to be as light as a feather. And Anubis is there, and yes, he puts his paw down and tries to balance it out. But that's where we start unpacking the stuff. We've got to start somewhere, and the best place to start is on ourselves. So that's what we need to do. We need to start unpacking. And that's what we're going to do. So Anne-Marie said, great messages tonight, very much needed. You're welcome. Laurie said, I came across this by accident, but I know there are no accidents. No, if you're meant to be. Tracy Bradley said, woohoo, hello, lovely. Hey, why don't you all share this live feed? If you can, share this live feed. And maybe there's somebody that you know might pop on and need to hear it. But what we're going to do now, so we've been talking about it for half an hour. So let's rock and roll. So I'm using I'm a Manifestor Magical Oracle Cards. Now they're available, and my book, 7/8 of Me, A Tale of a Spiritual Adventurer. And you have no idea some of the things that I've seen. Oh, I'm so lucky. And I really do get to see, you know, the magic in the ordinary every day. So what we're going to do now, whoever I'm guided to, I'm going to pull. Now, these are manifesting cards. So there's no point in me asking a specific question, because we're doing this for your highest good. So it needs to be a little bit organic. So we're trying to help you manifest for your highest good, and we need to shuffle the cards basically and see what you need help with to manifest for your highest good. Okay. Lynn said, meant to come across you tonight, going through self-love now. Way to go. If you really, Lynn, if you want to buy 7/8 of Me, A Tale of a Spiritual Adventurer, it's certainly got the processes in there. Okay, let's have a look. Laurie said, you're so sweet. Of course I am. Okay, Sandra Williams said, shared. So let's have a look, Sandra Williams. Let's have a look. Sandra Williams, what card do you need help with to manifest with? Now, please don't get impatient if I miss you. The names and everything's just spitting really quickly over, and so I'm just going to go wherever. But listen to the card, because there might be a message for you there. So what card do you need, Sandra? Let's have a look. Okay, let's have a look, Sandra. Dreaming. So this is the dreaming card in the pack. They're beautifully illustrated. I hope that you can actually see that. That's the dreaming card. So how do we manifest using a dreaming card? Okay, daydream, for starters. Of course, when we're manifesting, we're wanting to get the feeling. Remember that. We want the feeling. That's what we're manifesting. And everything else just falls into place. So start daydreaming about the feeling that you want to have. So imagine what it would be like to be whatever it is that you want. Peaceful, joy, calm, relaxed, to have freedom. Have daydream about that. But also take note of your dreams, because it's a really good indicator. Have a journal next to your bed. You know, they could be symbolic. So really take note of your dreams, but daydream. Start really feeling what it is that you want. And it's hard, Jess. You know, I was so miserable at stages in my life before I started doing this. Do you know, I just felt like shit. There's times, and I've put it in the book, there's times that I just didn't want to be here on earth. How can you daydream and feel what it is? But I fought, and I was determined, and I just asked Spirit to help me with strength to keep going. So really go out of your way to try and call in Spirit and ask them to buoy your faith. That really made me cry. Kelly Jones, I would love a manifest card, please. Okay, Kelly, let's have a look. Let's have a look, Kelly. What do you need help with manifesting? Let's have a look. I actually feel, Kelly, that you're pretty good. I can feel a lightness around you. Okay, this is shine. Okay, this is the shine card. I hope you can see that. It says shine. Look, you're out there and you're shining to everybody else. Share your knowledge, share your abilities, share, and just by sharing, people are seeing by example. Okay, I'm sitting here talking sort of at you tonight, but I will share my stories as I go. I will share part of my life. But people that know me have known my struggle. And now they're seeing me travelling around the world. Now they're seeing me happy. Now they're seeing me be lighter, you know. So by sharing what I'm doing, and they're seeing photos, maybe they can think I can do that too. So Kelly, by you sharing and shining and sharing your abilities, you're just going to help so many people. You know, sometimes I feel like a traffic director, because I'm a spiritual teacher as well. And I say to my spiritual students, you can't be everything to everybody. And I have different people on, and I say to them, you know, if you go and have this work and work with this person, that could help you. You have to allow yourself to shine, to be put into that position. So, Kelly, really go for it. Just shine, girl, just shine. Okay, Tanya. Tanya Dixon would love a card. Let's have a look. Tanya, let's have a look. I feel like there's, before I do, there's a Kelly. Bright like a diamond. That's what I'm feeling like, that you're just shining, you'll shine bright like a diamond. Listen to that song. Let it resonate with you. Tanya Dixon, you got the love card. Look at that. That's the love card. Can you see it? That's love. So that's love. That's loving life. That's being in a loving environment. That's knowing that you're loved. That's has on it feng shui. All of these cards, I've put every single modality that I've ever learnt together in these cards. They've got symbols, they've got colours, they've got feng shui. There's Mandarin ducks there, you know, but that's what's around. You've got this big love bubble around you, and just enjoy it and remind yourself, you know, that it's there. Let's have a scroll through. I've got, okay, is it Katrina? Oh, goodness. Katrina, how am I going to say your name? Gianna Kalopoulos. I hope I gave it justice. Okay, Katrina. Hi there. I'd like a manifest card. Sounds interesting. Well, that's good. I'm glad it sounds interesting, because we're manifesting for your highest good, and we're partnering with Spirit and asking Spirit to help you know what it is you need to work with, or where you are at this moment manifesting. And this is where you are at the moment. You've got the career card. So if you look at the lady, she's happy, she's got the career card, but the energy's around her. So when we're talking about manifesting, and we're talking about getting the feelings that we want for our highest good, sorry, I just had to fix the price track. Getting the feelings for our highest good, we're talking about doing your life purpose, the thing that rocks your world. Okay, and this career card is saying that this is where you're at. You're needing this in your life. This is what you're doing. And when you do that, and you're doing the career that rocks your world, everything else falls into place. So don't worry about money or the external stuff. Worry about the energy and what it feels like, okay? That will make it that's where you're at. Okay, let's have a look. Rhonda Murphy. Let's have a look, Rhonda. What do you need to know for your highest good? What do you need? Rhonda, I feel that you're a little bit hesitant. There's some decisions, and you're just a bit hesitant at the moment. And let's have a look why. Why are you hesitant? So let's have a look. Let's have a look at what you need to know. Okay, that's why. Okay, it's not you, Rhonda. This is the jigsaw card, okay? See, up the top over here, you've got Horus's all-seeing eye, and you've got the angels. I'll just try and put it there so you can see it. It's a bit closer or clearer. You've got the angels all putting the jigsaw puzzle together for you. So there's nothing for you to do. It's more about, I don't know, timing. They've got to wait for other people to do free will and other stuff. So Horus is up there, and the angels are up there, and they're putting the jigsaw piece together for you, and they can see everything. So don't worry. I felt the hesitancy. It's like not happening is happening. Don't worry about it. The jigsaw pieces are coming together, okay? You don't need to do anything. They're working on it, okay? And just keep saying, for my highest good. I know that it might take a little bit longer, and it might not look exactly what you want, but it'll be better. Just remember that. Okay, Josie Louise Reynoso, I hope I said that properly. Will my vision board come true? Hello. I did a vision board, oh, gee whiz, a long time ago, quite a few years ago. And what I put at the top was all I want is everything. And I consider I got everything. I'm doing what it is that I want when I want. I have the freedom to do that. So don't ever doubt. Just look at it. Don't think about exactly what it looks like. Just look at it and just go, I know Spirit's up there working on this vision board for me, for those things, for my highest good. Remember that, though. That's the key. Let's have a look. Okay. All right, let's have a look. This is where you are at the moment. It's the forgiveness card. Okay, I'm trying not the light to get on. I'm trying not to burn it on the candle. This is the forgiveness card. Now, on the forgiveness card, you can actually see the person is transparent there. It's symbolic. You don't need to face a person to do forgiveness. So what forgiveness actually will do for you, it will lighten your heart. It'll stop you from being a slave to your past and will move you forward to the future. Forgiveness is never about that person. It's about you and how you feel. Doesn't mean that you agree with their behaviour or you don't want to let them off the hook. This is letting you off the hook. And we talk about forgiveness we talk about forgiveness, releasing and forgiveness next week. So next Wednesday night. So see what I was talking about Egypt, and there they are weighing the heart. Okay, they're weighing the heart against a feather. When your heart is as light as a feather and you've raised your vibration and you've done the work, that is your sweet spot. That's the best place to manifest from. Oh, I sound a little bit naggy sometimes. I'm sorry if I'm doing the mother thing. Let's have a look. Sarah, is it? My glasses on. I can't see if it's Bodie. Yes, it is Sarah Bodie. Can I have a card for me, pretty please? Let's have a look, Sarah. So, for Sarah's highest good, what's Sarah working on? What help do we need to give her? What indication? We want a roadmap. These are roadmaps. These are manifesting roadmaps. They will put you right on the spot what you're working on or what you need to work on more. If this card comes up, this is part of the map of your life. Let's have a look. Oh, I love this card. Sarah, you're grateful. This is the gratitude card, okay? So this is the gratitude card. So, I don't know how many times I have stood at an ocean, at a beautiful view, and I've opened my arms like that and I've gone, I am open and receptive to the abundance of the universe. And that's been my abundance. Abundance to me isn't just money. Money's prosperity, it's energy, it's different. Abundance is everything that makes me feel grateful and joyous. Okay? That's where you are at this point in time. You're grateful. You're grateful for all that you are and all that you have. And the more gratitude, and we're doing gratitude in a couple of weeks, and we'll work with gratitude and how important it is for manifesting. So a good one. That's a good place to be. And just, I don't care who's around. I've had people stand behind me. I've had friends stand behind me and go, oh, we're going to get in your energy when you're doing that and get some of that. I'm thinking, you make your own. There's enough for everybody to go around. You're just going to start doing it yourself and believe in it. Okay, let's have a look. Kelly said, I do share constantly and shine, but yes, I am lacking a little luster. My favourite phrase is shine like a diamond. Yeah, huh? Thank you very much. I needed that reminder. Many blessings. I didn't see that. I don't know if I said that before you wrote that or afterwards, but they were just getting me to say that to you. Katrina, anyway, I probably couldn't read it. You would notice me squinting reading it, and I would have said it out loud. Alexander Fleming, let's have a look. So we're using my I'm a Manifestor Magical Oracle Cards. I don't know if you can see them properly. There they are. And that's the back of them, the dream catcher on them, and they're sparkly. I don't know if you can see the gold on there. And we've also been talking about my book, 7/8 of Me, A Tale of a Spiritual Adventurer. And they all can be found on my website, which is www.lindawillowroberts.com. And you can find me on my Facebook page. I am a Manifestor Facebook page. But I will be here every Wednesday on the Spiritual Events Directory. And thank you very much, Sarah, for having me. Every Wednesday for the next 12 weeks. So let's get excited about that. Okay, Alexandra, Lee Fleming. Let's have a look. What do you need to know? Alexandria, have you got a breathing problem? I can felt a little bit tightness in my breath then. Yeah, there was just a bit, yeah. Anyway, let's have a look. Okay, home. That's the card. Your home, my love, is your castle. You need to find somewhere that you feel nurtured and loved, and you need to be in that space. And so that's where you are at this point in time. So when I see home come up in a card in respect to manifesting, I think about not having enough time to relax. So thinking about trying to get that feeling of relaxing and appreciating your home and feeling comfortable and safe and nurtured, because that's what we all want to feel at home. And so we need to start feeling those things. So if you want to feel nurtured, then you need to start nurturing yourself a little bit more. I hope I'm not too bossy, and I hope that makes sense. Let's have a look. So we're using the I'm a Manifestor Magical Oracle Cards to help with manifesting. This is our first week. So if you've missed the beginning part, we talk about self-love and what I want you to do to next week. Now, Anne-Marie Wills, is it Wills? Yes, said, why am I stuck? That means that you've got work to do. If you're feeling stuck, you've got work to do. But let's just have a look what direction Spirit point their finger at to help you with your stuckness. Do you know what helps stuckness? Make up a new word. Movement. Get out there and walk. That was a bit rude, but do you know, if you're feeling stuck and that's what you're saying, that's what you're bringing towards you. The opposite of stuck is move. So get out and move. Move furniture. Move, clean out stuff, clean out clutter. Move and go for walks. Create the movement so that you're not so stuck. Okay, so this is really odd, Anne-Marie, because this is the White Witch card. Okay, so where you might be a White Witch, we're looking at, you said, why am I stuck? And I got the White Witch card. So to me, the White Witch card, how do you manifest when you get that? Now, when you're a witch, we can use a candle, particular colour candle, for a particular thing that we're manifesting. I've lit a white candle that's in front of me. White. So, source light. So what sometimes we have an altar. We have crystals. I've got a 32-kilo clear quartz crystal sitting over there next to me. But I've got all sorts of crystals, and everything in my house is feng shuied. It's there for a purpose. Wherever it is, it's there for a purpose. So when you're feeling stuck and you get the White Witch card, look at the smells that you've got. If you're using essential oils, are there they're oils that create movement and help growth, or are they relaxing, calm, stuck sort of oils? The soaps, the colours, the smells, airing out your house, all those sorts of things. You know, the green man is up in the corner there. It's being in nature. It's being connected. Somebody asked me once, what was it to be a witch? And I went, to be connected to all that there is, to be connected to Earth, the planets. Now, in your stuckness, that's what we'll call it, have you enough energy? Are you bringing your energy back to you? Are you nurturing yourself and protecting yourself so that when you go out, that you're actually feeling that like you have energy? Have you released blocks and patterns? So that's all to do with that card, but it's to do with the colours, the smells. Start having a look at what you've got around you that's contributing to that feeling, and then create some movement. Okay, we've got 5 more minutes, guys, and then I'll have to say goodnight till next week. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Adam Jones, may I please have a card? Thank you very much. Adam Jones, you certainly can. So for manifesting, where Adam's asked for a card. So we're asking Spirit, we're putting the intent out to Spirit. So while I'm doing this, I'm actually teaching you how to use the cards, what you would say. And I'm always saying for Adam's highest good. I only want to know, as a healer and as a Reiki master and a Theta healer and a psychic person that's been doing this for 30 odd years, what's going to help Adam for his highest good? You know, where is he at? Let's give him a roadmap. What do you need to work on more? Where are you now? So, Adam, this is where you are at the moment. Now, this is the trust card. Now, I don't know if you can see it. There's a girl on a magic carpet, and there's a train down there like the Harry Potter, and Archangel Nathaniel is up here. My God, Archangel Nathaniel. When you call in Archangel Nathaniel to help you burn away any negativity, duck, basically. So ask him to do it gently. He will come in and he will clear the decks. Adam, so you're needing to trust. Now, what does trust look like for me? Because I'm talking to you about this. So when I trust, when I'm on my spiritual path, I'm on like a magic carpet ride. They take me from one synchronicity to the next, to one message, to the next one, to the next one, and it flows. When I hop off the trust, the spiritual train, everything turns to shit, and I'm like swimming against the tide. Okay, so trust. Trust is something that, yes, is earned, but when you use trust with Spirit and you trust that they're going to give you the right path, the right thing to do, and you give them a bit of room to move, then you hop back on your spiritual train, you hop back on the right path for you, the flow starts. And we want to be in flow, because I tell you, butting your head up against the universe, the slaps get bigger and bigger and bigger. And I talk about how big some of the slaps are in my book, 7/8 of me, Tale of a Spiritual Adventurer. Yeah, I was a late learner. Really, I just thought I knew best. And I just thought, yep, that can't be Spirit making me feel that sick, or doing that, or putting that there, or making that happen. So trust is really, really important. So Adam, go back, ask Spirit, put it out there. Please show me with clear clarity, validation for my next step, and I'll walk towards that and hop back on the trusting train. Okay, so that's about it. I'm sorry I didn't get to everybody. I hope that you've learnt something. I hope I've given, it's not too bad a homework. So what I'm asking you to do is, we're working on manifesting. I'm doing it for 12 weeks. We talked about self-love tonight. I want you from this Wednesday to next Wednesday to talk about, think about, write down, how does this situation make me feel? Whatever the situation is, whether you're watching TV, going for a drive, talking to somebody, I don't want to hear, oh, you write about other people. I want to know about how you felt in that situation. I want you to start asking yourself those questions. Then I want you to do the opposite, and I want you to put, I have peace. I am loved, whatever the opposite of that is. We always do it in the now. Okay, I've got to go. My time's up. I'm here next Wednesday between 6 and 7. You can find me on I'm a Manifestor Facebook page. I'll be here on Spiritual Events Directory. Keep watching and sharing, because this is a really good thing Sarah does here. And you can also go to my website to purchase my book at www.lindawillowroberts.com. Love you. Ask yourself, how does this situation make me feel? And have a really great week, guys. Thanks for joining me.